And with a couple of handshakes and all the set in the field, Claudia Santana up to bat here for the second game in this doubleheader. The Rams fell to West Virginia Tech in game one, 3-2 with a very hard-fought battle in the seventh. Couldn't make something just happen. Is the first ball. The pitch goes tip. Strike. Like I said, if you're just now joining us, the Rams did fall 3-2 against the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears in game one. Very even matchup. Some highlights from that. That's a little high, ball one. As Coach Offalter almost made a mound visit, but they'll resume play. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. The 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Wind gusting here in Dunbar, West Virginia. West Virginia Tech's home game. They do, like I said, this is one of the few venues that they go to. West Virginia Tech, a satellite campus of West Virginia University in Morgantown. Swung. It's a reaching swing. Strike 2, count runs full. Claudia Santana 0 for 3, getting hit in the top of the 7th to make the bases loaded. As that goes over to third, out at first for the first out of the game. Next up to bat, Lauren Peanut Bailey, the 5th-year senior. Lauren Bailey from Suffolk, Virginia, went to Kings Fork High School. As that swung on, over to second, out at first. 2 up, 2 down for the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears. As up to bat now, the Trinity Valley Community College transfer from San Antonio, Texas, Christina Sanchez. Sanchez actually made one of the few plays of the year that came from the softball team that were featured on the Rammies. She got hit and had a pretty massive black eye, and the next pitch was a home run. As that's on the outside corner, strike 1. It was one of the most unbelievable things that I had seen in my very short tenure here as a Bluefield University Ram. The 0-1. As that swung on, drops into shallow right center field. Sanchez is going to make it all the way over to third before they're going to be able to stop her. The triple for the San Antonio native. Now up to bat, Macy Martin. Looks to bring Sanchez home and get on the board early. As you saw the Rams falter, able to tie it up with the 2-2. But West Virginia got the stolen bag home to take the lead in the bottom of the 5th. Held that lead. As that's a little outside, ball 1. The pitch outside. Breaking ball outside. Although the Rams lineup stays the same outside of a pitching change and Blankenship coming in for Cox, who's moved over to pitcher. Across the plate, strike. And I talked to Rodney Casey, who's getting one of the content creator, the main content guy, who's capturing content. He said, "Dang, they've got a lot of players," and they do. They're showing a lot of depth. As the count runs full, 3-2. Martin steps back in the box. But they do. They show a lot of depth with a lot of changes here into game two. As that swung, drops fair, flip over to, couldn't flip it over to first. Sanchez makes it home, and Martin will be safe on the first bag. Now up to bat, Chloe Hicks, the North Carolina native. Breaking ball outside. Ball one. Rams getting that first run in from Sanchez. RBI from Martin. Pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike one. Tipped up by Hicks. And that'll be an F8 in the books. As the possession changes as we go into the bottom of the first here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We're going to take a couple of moments to thank some of our sponsors here. We're very grateful for Chick-fil-A at the Mercer Mall Catering. Make your next event special with Chick-fil-A at the Mercer Mall Catering. The Chick-fil-A Mercer Mall locations offers options such as nuggets, salads, strips, and boxed meals. Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. The Grind 103 Spring Street seeks to offer regional flavors while employing a unique culture around their brand. The Grind. The Grind never stops. And like I said, let me call them out for you. Pitching. Haley Cox out at catcher. Christina Sanchez. Kinsey Lambert at first, followed by Lauren Bailey at second. Macy Martin at short, and Chloe Hicks at third. In the outfield, from left to right, Hannah Taylor at that left field. Claudia Santana in center, and Madison Blankenship over in right field. Your DH today, Reagan Hardy. And now up to bat for their West Virginia Tech Golden Bears, Nicole Kester. The pitch. Little high, ball one. Outside corner, strike one. The 1-1. Outside and in the dirt, ball two. Rams came into this contest undefeated, along with the Golden Bears, who are now 3-0 on the season. Bluefield 2-1. Check swing. Will be called strike. Count now runs 2-2. Pitch from Cox. Outside, ball three. Count runs full. No players on the bags. Cox played some time out in right field, now on the mound for the Rams. Here's the 3-2, check swing. That'll be a strikeout as it's thrown across the field. 1 up, 1 down. Great start here in the bottom of the first inning for the Rams. Next up to bat, Kaylee Justice over at first base. Here in the batter's box, the pitch. A little outside, ball 1. A little outside, but strike 1. Count runs 1-1. Have a pretty great showing on both sides. Of course, that'll go foul. And of course, it's a little bit of a drive. It was about a 2-hour drive this morning out here at the Shawnee Sports Complex, who hosts 4 fields and numerous soccer venues. Here just past Charleston. Big swing and a miss. Strike number 3. 2 up, 2 down for the Rams as they throw that ball around. Haley Cox with a great start here in game number 2. Big cut and a miss. Strike 1. Way outside, ball 1. WVUTECH, part of those River States Conference that hosts a lot of the West Virginia and Ohio. I was talking to a member of the coaching staff in numerous sports for West Virginia Tech, telling me how as that goes into shallow right field and Blankenship comes up with that catch, it'll be 3 up, 3 down for the Rams as we go into the second. I apologize if you're having any technical difficulties here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hopefully we can work to get those fixed. And I hope we kind of did a little bit better job of adjusting the camera here for game number 2. We do appreciate all of you guys and all of you for tuning in. Now up to bat for the Rams, Kenzie Lambert from Tazewell, Virginia. Went to Tazewell High School, just about 20 minutes outside of Bluefield. Been there a couple times. Got my vaccine there. So that's on the inside corner, strike 1. The 0-1. That's tipped around, go foul. Pitching for the Golden Bears in this game will be Emma Criswell. And catching, Macy Wilkins. Over in right field, J.C. Bertolin. So that's on the outside. Ball. Pitch in the dirt. Another ball. Count even at 2-2. The pitch. That'll go foul once again. Almost entering the neighboring baseball field. Swung on over to third. Throw to first. Line judge says she's safe. Kinsey Lambert. Now up to bat for the Rams, number 9, Hannah Taylor. Runner at first. Breaking ball. Check swing. Strike one. Runner at first. The 0-1. Outside. Lambert getting a little bit more of a lead off. You can kind of tell the difference. The bases seem a little shallow along with the players. That white fence, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a white fence that doesn't quite reach the back, just a little shorter. Baseball fields are a little shorter than baseball fields. The pitch. As looked like there was a throw over to first. Number 33 fumbles with it. That'd be Justice. The pitch. Cross home plate, strike 3. First out here at the top of the second. First pitch, swung on, over to first, missed. And Reagan Hardy gets the base hit. Now up to bat, Madison Blankenship. Blankenship seeing her first at bat of the day. Swung and a miss from Blankenship. One out on the board. Count runs 0-2. 2 runners on the bags. A little inside. Ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Blankenship stacks into the box. Runners on first and second. Count 2-2. One out on the board. Pitch inside. Corner, strike 3. Wow. I've seen that all day. It seems a little inside, but that puts your second out on the board. Claudia Santana now up to bat. Swung on. Goes foul. Runners on first and second. Pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Count runs 1-1. Santana not having the best day of the plate. See if she can redeem herself here. As that swung on right into the mitt of Bree Stevenson. And we'll be back here with more action in the bottom of the second inning. Start of this bottom of the second. Pitch from Cox. Low, ball 1. Up to bat. Kinsey Searsma was DH last game. Now playing second base. Pitch. A little outside. Low in the dirt. Ball. Two balls, one strike. Score 1-0. Cox ditches. Swung on, popped. Bailey under it. And it'll be good for the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. Not a big fan of the big echo in here, though. But I think the echo would be much better than you guys barely be able to hear me. And it's whoosh, so much wind out there. It's really windy here at the Shawnee Sports Complex. Having to wear my jacket in the booth. Breaking ball. Low and outside, ball 1. The 1-0 tipped, hits the backstop, strike 1. Sanchez goes to retrieve. The pitch. High. Ball 2. Outside corner, strike 1. Count runs 2-2. 1 out. Count runs full. Swung on. Hicks comes up with that one. Out number 2. Now up to bat, Maggie Richards. Center fielder today for the Golden Bears. Golden Bears from Beckley, and the one thing that I always knew about Beckley when I first got to Bluefield was that was the nearest Buffalo Wild Wings, and that goes on the outside corner, strike 1. Had to make sure that I knew where to go for fight night. You know, I love the UFC. I just had to figure out when was a good place to go have fight night. Thankfully, we just got the addition of Magadu's, which was in the Mercer Mall. Now count at 1-1. Now moved right next to the Anytime Fitness. As that's got over the meat of the plate, strike 2, which if you ask me, I think is kind of ironic. But I love McAdoo's so much. Great addition. Very hustling and bustling. Out by Bluefield. As that swung on, it'll veer foul. Count remains 1-2. I think I mentioned this in the first game. This is the first turf baseball field that I think I've ever seen. It goes turf up until where the faux dirt. As that swung on, it'll go foul. The faux dirt reaches, and then it becomes grass. Very interesting concept, but it will set you apart from all the other competitors. Pitch outside. Another ball. Cox dishes. Another tip ball goes foul. Almost reaches the dugout. Coach Bailey Allen flips it over to Lambert. Pitch. A little inside ball. Count runs 3-2. 2 outs. Little inside ball 4. Moves a runner over to first. 2 outs on the board. Now up for the Golden Bears. Number 12, Kylie Jackson. Jackson playing right field today. Outside corner, strike 1. Kylie Jackson from Hico, West Virginia, went to Midland Trail High School. The sophomore. Bunt. Goes foul. Strike 2. Count runs 0-2. Runner at first. After a failed bunt attempt. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the Rams still hold on to their lead. 1-0 as we go into the 3rd inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And we're back, and I apologize for some technical difficulties that I had occurred. The pitch. Bunt tipped up. It'll go foul. Count now runs to 0-1. Cox dishes. Check swing, a little low. Ball one. A little outside, ball two. Count now at 2-2. The 2-2. Swung goes way off foul. Swung on. We're into shallow center field. Safe over at third. That'll be a double. Runner at second and third. Now up to bat for the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears, who are a base away from tying this game up. Big hit. Pop fly. Taylor under it. Thrown home. And Sanchez will keep the Golden Bears at bay for out number 2 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network, where your Rams currently lead 1-0. Up to bat now. Number 4, Gabby Piles, who came in as the catcher last game. The pitch. A little low, ball one. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Tipped. Strike 2. Another foul. Count now 1-2. Runner at second and third. Very important at bat. That swung on. Bailey flips over to first to Lambert, and it's an out. The third out of the inning, and the Rams keep the WVUTECH Golden Bears at bay here as we go into the top of the 4th inning. Jogging up to bat, Kenzie Lambert has been a pivotal part in this well-oiled machine, getting all the outs thrown over at first as she's up to bat. The pitch, swung, goes foul. Count now 0-1. Little inside corner, strike two. The dish, swung on, over to short, over to first, out. Lambert. Check that Hicks. Big swing and a miss, strike one. Outside corner, strike two. Count runs 0-2, one out on the board. A little outside, ball one. Rams trying to extend their lead in order to maybe crush the undefeated record of the Golden Bears. That'll veer foul, just short of the bag. Count still at 0-2. The pitch. Inside corner, strike three. Now up to bat. Reagan Hardy. A little outside. Ball one. Swung on. Over to short. Out at first. Be a third out of the inning for the Rams as they go into the bottom of the fourth here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Breaking ball from Cox. Swung on deep. Santana under it for out number 1. Now up to bat, Bree Stevenson, the shortstop. Timeout called while they're adjusting the breakaway fence. They're going to see what they can do. Can't imagine there's too much they can do. It's extremely windy out here, so I'm a little surprised they were able to. It's a plastic fence. A shorter fence. If he goes past that, it's a home run. Swung deep. Santana under it for out number 2 once again. 2 up, 2 down, both by Claudia Santana. Now up to bat, Maggie Richards. Check swing, called strike. 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. As that swung straight into the hands of Lauren Bailey for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here. In the bottom of the 4th is moved into the top of the 5th here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We're going to thank a couple of our sponsors. Since 1984, Swope Construction has led the way in innovative commercial construction solutions for West Virginia and Virginia. Swope Construction, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. Since 1989, Black Tie Charters has gone the extra mile to provide its clients with exceptional service. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters. Giving Networks offers broadband internet speeds faster than outdated phone company DSL and comparable to cable with no data caps. Giving Networks going further with the Rams. The Grind. The Grind 103 String seeks to offer regional flavors while employing unique culture around their brand. The Grind. The Grind never stops. I actually went there and had, I cannot remember the name of it. It was some kind of chocolate frappe, but man, was it amazing. And I know a couple of my buddies go there just about 2 or 3 times a week. And I gotta say, I love all of their social media stuff too. You could follow them at the Grind Bluefield. They're opening another location down in Wytheville soon. Here's the pitch. Tipped away. At bat right now, Madison Blankenship. Next up to bat, Claudia Santana, followed by Lauren Bailey. Those 2 girls got the 3 outs alone as Blankenship steps into the box once again. The pitch, a little high, ball 1. Low outside corner, strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Swung. Blankenship tries the dart over to first. It'll be no good. Now up to bat, Claudia Santana. The pitch. Lone outside. Strike one. Strike one. That's a little surprising. I mean, it's on the very outside corner. If that, as that swung on, over to third, flipped over to first. Santana safe. Now up to bat, Lauren Bailey. Bailey, a big leader on this Bluefield softball team. Long tenure as a Ram. Been a great mentor to so many as that goes. And fumbled with, it'll go foul. Bailey come back to the box. Pitch. And I wasn't too much to say what was going to happen there as it fumbled right into the hands of Bree Stevenson, and she didn't know what to do. But now a runner safe at second and first. Christina Sanchez up to bat. See if she can add a couple RBIs to her stat line here. The pitch. Swung on. That'll be deep. But caught. By Kylie Jackson. Runner still at second and first. As Macy Martin comes up to bat. The pitch. A little high. Ball drops right into the glove of the catcher. Strike one. The pitch. Outside, ball one. Unlike baseball, softball pitchers tend to stay in for much longer, sometimes the entire game. As that swung on, it'll go foul. 1-2, which I thought was kind of interesting, but an overhand throwing motion is a lot less normal for your shoulder than an underhand motion. So it doesn't wear as much. Shoulders are going to burn. I just had shoulder surgery, and it was very interesting with that PT. As that goes a little out, ball two. Rams at first and second. Count at 2-2. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike three. And the Rams leave two runners on the bases as we move into the bottom of the fifth inning here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Batting for the Golden Bears, number 10, Courtney Miles. She'll be batting in place of Kylie Jackson. The pitch from Cox. A little low, ball one. That swung on deep. Santana under it. She'll get the first out. Now batting, Macy Wilkins. Wilkins filling out that catcher spot as she came in for the DH Piles here in game number 2. That's tipped. They'll hit side of the backstop. Strike one. Swung on. Throw over to first. He'll be out. Seeing a change over at third now. It's Kinsey Lambert. As that swung deep, it goes past Santana. Thrown in all the way over to third. It'll be a triple for the Golden Bears. The pitch is Nicole Kester in the batter's box. Runner at third. Bunts. Go foul. 2 strikes on the board. Kester with a couple practice swings. Steps into the box. Cox dishes. A little high ball. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike number 3. And we'll be back here shortly in the top of the 6th inning, where your Rams currently lead 1-0. Now batting for the Rams, Chloe Hicks. The shortstop. One of those utility players you can put just about anywhere. Is that swung? It'll go foul. It's a great hit. Just got to correct that just a little, keep it within the boundary lines. The pitch. A little outside, ball one. The 1-1. Lone outside, ball two. Low outside corner, strike two. Count 2-2. No outs. No players on the backs. That'll be strike number 3 and the first out on the board for the Golden Bears. Now batting from Tazewell, Virginia, Kinsey Lambert. The pitch. Outside. Corner, strike one. Might I say that these softball players must have some really... Is that swung on over to short? Throwing to first. And they'll call her out. What I was going to say is they must have some really big batter's boxes or strike zones. There is a word. I just lost it. They must have some really big strike zones because I see them calling them down by their shins and also into the opposing batter box. The pitch. That's swung on. Taylor retrieved midair. Out number 3. So they move into the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll see the second to last defensive stand for the Rams. Possibly here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So we're going to thank a couple of our sponsors. And first off, I'm going to thank all of you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the support that all of you guys give here to the Rams Digital Sports Network. And I know that you guys don't have other choices in watching Bluefield Athletic Sports, but we still do appreciate all of your viewership and loyalty on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We're going to thank a couple of our sponsors. Gaming Networks offers broadband internet speeds faster than outdated phone company DSL and comparable to cable with no data caps. Gaming Networks going further with the Rams. The Grind 103 Streets offer regional flavors while implying a unique culture around their brand. The Grind. The Grind never stops. Now batting, Kelsey Huffman from West Virginia Tech. Inside, ball one. Swung on. Veers foul, strike one. That's a little low. Ball 2. Big swing and a miss. Strike through 2. I thought it was strike 2, but she started walking away. I was a little confused. Okay, strike 2. As that swung on, popped into shallow right field. Base hit for Kelsey Huffman. Now up to bat, number 4, Gabby Piles. Breaking ball goes past Cox, over to second. It'll be a base hit, and it'll move Huffman over to second. We're going to be a mound visit. Or check that. They're going to bring someone in, and it'll be the end of the day for Haley Cox. Now up to pitch. It'll be Taylor Nunn. And we'll be back here in a short minute on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Taylor Nunn now up to pitch. Runners on first and second. The pitch. Check swing. The pitch. Bunt goes foul. Score still 1-0. Runners on first and second. Big cut and a miss. Strike 2. Another foul ball. Two strikes on the board. The pitch. Well, outside, long over through the third. Safe. The pitch. Swung on. It'll go foul once again. The pitch. Outside. Ball. Runners at first and second. Count full. Swung. Another foul ball. The pitch. Low ball, 4 bases loaded. Now up to bat. Number 15, Brianna Stevenson. You're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Across the plate, strike one. Little low, ball one. Veers foul. Bases still loaded. The pitch. Swung on. It'll go foul once again. Very long at bat. Stevenson definitely battling at the plate. Swung on. Throw to home. There'll be an out. Yeah, bring a pinch runner in. Now up to bat, number 28 for the West Virginia Tech Golden Rams, Maggie Richards. The pitch. Swung on. It'll go foul. 2 strikes on the board. The big kid here can change the entire momentum of this game. Swung on, bypasses a couple Rams. It'll send one home and even it all up. Runner at all the bases. The pitch. Swung on. Bypasses a couple more Rams. They'll throw it home. It'll be out. 2 outs now on the board for the Rams. But not without a price. West Virginia Tech sends 2 runners home. They take the lead late in the game, 3-1. High and outside, ball 1. And the dirt ball 2. That's tipped. Runners on second and third. The pitch from Nunn. Oh, high. Ball 3. Count runs 3-1. Low into the dirt. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Now up to bat. Number 20. Bertolin. And Lacey Williams, who pitched in the first game, be back here to pitch the end of game number 2. We'll be back here shortly after this pitching change. Batting now, Taylor Dickerson in for Macy Wilkins. Bases loaded. Be a strike across Broadway. The pitch. Swung on. That goes deep. A couple fumbled, but that'll bring two more players home. And now, again, runners at second and third. The pitch. That's tipped. Hits the backstop. Across the plate, strike two. Kester up to bat. That swung on. Long throw over to first. Called safe and brings another runner home as West Virginia looks to blow out this lead. Bottom of the sixth inning. Runners on the corners. Hoffman in the box. Swung. Goes foul. Hit deep. Bailey drops it, foul. Strike number two. The pitch. Check swing. Strike three, and that's your third out here in the bottom of the sixth. Rams going to have to put something pretty big together to combat this 5-run deficit here in the last inning of play. We'll be back here shortly on the Rams Digital Sports Network, where West Virginia Tech currently leads 6-1. It's time for the final offensive stand for your Bluefield University Rams. Taking the box. Number 24, Reagan Hardy. Next up, Madison Blankenship. And we'll flip the card over so we can have Claudia Santana. That's hit deep foul. Strike one. The pitch. A little outside, ball one. Count 1-1. Outside corner, strike two. A little outside, ball two. Count runs 2-2. A little outside, ball three. Count runs full. Here to start the seventh inning. That hit goes foul. The pitch. Outside, ball four. Sardi takes her spot at first. Now batting in place of Blankenship, number 37 for the Rams. And number 37 for the Rams is Hannah Cummings from Sanford, North Carolina, Lee County High School. Transfer from Division II in South Carolina or North Carolina, Mars Hill, just outside of Asheville. Pitch. Big swing and a miss. The pitch. Big cut and a miss, strike two. Big hit. That'll be good for the first out. Claudia Santana now up to bat, followed by Lauren Bailey and Christina Sanchez. One out of the board. Pitch. That'll go foul. Strike one. Think swing and a miss, strike two. The pitch. A little outside, ball one. That goes over to third. Long throw to first, no good. Two runners on the backs now for the Rams. Christina Sanchez goes on deck. Lauren Bailey in the batter's box. As the sun beams down here in Dunbar, West Virginia, on the Shawnee Sports Complex home, the West Virginia Golden Bears softball. That'll go foul. Strike one. Swung on. Throw over to third. It'll be out for out number 2. The couple base hits. Rams still having somebody at first and second. 2 outs on the board. Now up to bat, Christina Sanchez. Down by 5. Strike 1. The 0-1. Little outside, ball 1. The pitch. Little high, ball 2. Swung on. Long throw to first, and that will be your game, ladies and gentlemen. Your Bluefield University Rams fall 6-1 to the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears. Rams go 0-2 on the day, now at 500, 2-2. And the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears improve to 4-0. We thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and take it easy, Rams fans.